All right, we continue our breaking news coverage of the situation that is unfolding in real time in Los Angeles tonight. Rioters, police are starting to clash. Our very own Bill Melugin, he's live on the ground in Los Angeles, in the Southland with the very latest. Things are getting very tense there, Bill. What's going on?
Yeah, they are, Sean. We're a few blocks away from where we came to you with our last live shot about 20 minutes ago. LAPD continuing to push these agitators out of the city. Let me step out, give you a look here. So this is that LAPD skirmish line we showed you about 20 minutes ago. They're still trying to push these protesters. You just heard a foam round get shot off right there. Someone's throwing a bottle right there. All right, so people are throwing water bottles now, so police are going to be a little bit more antsy. But as Tommy pans through the crowd as they're pushing them back, you'll notice it's almost all foreign flags, signs that say F ICE, release everybody. We're going to walk up ahead a little bit more here. But this has been this constant game of cat and mouse, Sean, and it's getting more and more tense. It feels like a pressure cooker. You can feel the tension building. The sun is starting to go down. Some of those agitators are out. There's a lot of people, if we pan the faces in the crowd, that have like gas masks on, that have helmets on. Someone just threw a firecracker. Watch out, firecracker's going to go off. It's going to go off any second. Oh, yep, there we go. So that's the point, right? These agitators are going to start throwing things at police. That's going to put police on edge. Police are going to respond with their non-lethal rounds. When you take a look at these LAPD officers and you see the green neon slings on their shoulders, those are their foam launchers or their rubber bullets. Those are their non-lethal guns. But Sean, we felt the night was going to head this way, and it certainly looks like it is. We're getting more of those agitators, and they always throw stuff from the back of the crowd. They're not the ones who are going to be seen by LAPD. They chuck something and then they run off. In that case, it was a firework that landed about 5 feet away from us, right underneath an LAPD car. So that's going to put these. Sorry. All right, 1 second, guys. Tommy, got to step back real quick. Again, these officers just want to make sure we're in a safe location, but. Someone just threw a stick at LAPD. That's not going to go over well. That just happened right in front of us here. They just responded with a foam round, it looks like. So as we continue to follow LAPD from their perspective, behind their skirmish line, watching some of these agitators in front of them, it's getting a little bit more violent, Sean. Nothing extreme or severe yet. Haven't seen any rocks or stones, but I will tell you, a couple blocks behind us, we watched an LAPD officer pull 2 metal baseball bats out of bushes. They had apparently been stashed there by some of the agitators before they got pushed out of the area. He pulled those bats out and showed them to another firecracker door right here, Tommy. It's going to go off by these black SUVs. Watch out. It's going to go off here in a second. Yep. So again, people are launching fireworks. We've seen them launching water bottles. More fireworks, unless that was a flashbang. It's hard to tell.
You say that's a firecracker. It looked like a bottle rocket the way it shot out underneath that car. I mean, I used to be a fireworks nut.
Yeah. Yeah, it's hard for me to tell. They're pretty small. They look like the size of I don't know, like a USB drive when they're in the air, and there's sparks coming out of them. So I'm not sure what they are. But, I mean, just in the last few minutes, we've seen, 3 of those get launched at police. Before you came to us live, they were having more bottles thrown at them. And again, it's almost all foreign flags in these crowd. There's one partial U.S. flag mixed in with other foreign flags here. But I'm getting the sense that some of these agitators are starting to come out, Sean. It's no longer people. It definitely feels like a different crowd than we had a few hours ago. Most of those folks were fairly peaceful. They were chanting. They were holding up signs. Perfectly fine. First Amendment, say whatever they want. But once we start seeing what's happening here with these, firecrackers, yesterday LAPD had horses down here, and people were throwing fireworks at the horses. A few of them reportedly got injured, according to LAPD. Sounds like a few more foam rounds just went off. Crowd is starting to kind of run away a little bit now. Not sure what happened on the other side of this bus. But again, I've covered LA for a long time. I've covered a lot of these riots, whether it be George Floyd or Lakers or Dodgers celebrations or this. And you kind of get to learn what the agitators look like. And I'm seeing a decent amount of them out here right now, always dressed in black, always with face coverings, not holding any signs. And as I told you earlier, Sean, a lot of people were showing up here, and they were being given earplugs, gas masks, water bottles, not to drink. A lot of those water bottles are being thrown. So, unfortunately, it looks like we might be heading for another night of things crossing the line here in Los Angeles. And as we're waiting for apparently more National Guard and more U.S. Marines to head down here to Los Angeles. We're not seeing any of them in the streets. The National Guard, they're basically sitting around federal buildings helping protect them. They're not out in the streets pushing these protesters back. This is all the locals. Everything you're looking at in front of us right now is LAPD. It's not California Highway Patrol. The LA Sheriff's Department is behind us. This is all LAPD. And we heard the chief of LAPD say last night they're a bit overwhelmed. And, that's once these agitators come out in huge numbers and LAPD has to constantly respond to different areas. They reported that some of these people were using radios to communicate with each other last night to report law enforcement movements. So it's complicated for law enforcement as well. But this is essentially the game that gets played all night long here. This is the main protest crowd. Police will try to push them back. They kind of melt away like water. We'll go down another alley, reemerge somewhere else. LAPD will get a radio call, have to go respond to them. And every now and then, you'll have these 10, 15-minute spurts where it's quiet, and then people will start throwing water bottles and fireworks again, Sean. But, I mean, you're seeing it in front of us, a lot of foreign flags, and certainly seeming to be kind of a different crowd than what we saw a few hours ago earlier this evening. Definitely, you can feel the tension building. You can definitely feel like as the sun is about to go down here, we could be in for another rough night here in Los Angeles, Sean.
It's kind of scary. Earplugs, gas masks, water bottles to hurl at cops, some of them frozen, bats being hidden, fireworks going off, and you're reporting. The interesting thing, Bill, is you've been there from the beginning. You were at the border as Democrats and the president at the time, Biden and Mayorkas and Kamala Harris and other Democrats, either silent or complicit, all telling the American people the border's closed, border's secure, all leading to this, coupled with sanctuary city, sanctuary state policies. But we'll come back to you in a minute. Bill Melugin on the ground in the Southland in Los Angeles tonight. Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.